And out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here's a look at some of the stats for Isaiah Joe.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Dort and Holmgren are the forwards. Isaiah Joe is out there with Case and Wallace. And it's Hartenstein in at center. And for the Pistons, Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. Cade Cunningham out there with Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. So, Tim, in a league full of great athletes, we'll see some of the best on the court in this game.
Well, if you love explosive athletes, you're about to see the top shelf, the best that this league has, high-flying above the rim. Get ready, put your seatbelt on.
Isn't it just so special to have these seats courtside and watch these guys literally an arm's length away? My goodness.
There is nothing better.
Now, here's Dort. Joe Good.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Here's Thompson. Duren with a screen on Holmgren. Detroit, no good that time either.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Joe passes to Hartenstein. Wallace outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Duren pulls it in.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Cunningham for 3.
Still nothing after 4 shot attempts. They're desperate to see something fall through the net.
Holmgren outside. Hartenstein with a screen on Harris. Holmgren can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Inside, here's Cunningham. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Finally got one to go after 4 straight misses.
The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's tipped. Here's Joe in the game against Toronto. Very impressive. Pass to Wallace. Lets it go from deep. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Thompson outside. Harris outside. There's the lob to Duren. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Holmgren in the high post. Outside, Dort. Back to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Wallace, the pass to Hartenstein. Here's Joe. No good from outside.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Wallace against Robinson. Holmgren sets the screen for Dort. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Wallace. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Outside, Robinson. No good on the 3. The Thunder leading by 3. Hartenstein with the screen on Thompson. Dort passes to Hartenstein. And And the dunk by Hartenstein.
No, he's a big guy, but he's also very athletic. Hartenstein playing well above the rim.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And here we have a rundown of the players you don't want on you when you're putting up a shot. The leaders in blocks over the last month. 5th, Chet Holmgren.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Harris kicks to Cunningham. Harris outside. Back to Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
Dort finds Holmgren. Hartenstein up top. Dort passes to Wallace. Shoots over Duran. That doesn't go either for Wallace.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Such a wide open look.
Yeah, passing is truly one of the strengths of Cunningham's game, even when he's already inside the paint.
Holmgren outside. Back to Wallace. Over in the corner, Dort buries the long-range jumper.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now, here is Robinson. Last game he had 13. And Thompson kicks to Harris. Cunningham right side. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
A bit ago, J.B. Bickerstaff and I were able to chat, and he told me one guy that we have to always be cognizant of is Chet Holmgren. Coach explained his biggest impact comes on the defensive end, but we can't overlook his offense. He's a 7-footer with guard skills who can space the floor and is very efficient around the rim. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. And here is Wallace. After Tobias Harris getting his shot to go from deep. Robinson against Hartenstein. The Pistons working the ball around now. Pass to Duran. The kick out to Cunningham. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Tim, the Thunder with an MVP in SGA, an all-star in Jalen Williams. Man, this is one deep team.
Well, they may not have the top-tier star power of some other teams, but if they keep playing like this, they will become household names.
Now, here is Robinson. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Wallace against Cunningham. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Thunder with the lead. And here is Wallace. He had 27 points last game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Tim, you talk about a player with quick hands. That's Cason Wallace.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not just the hands that make him a threat on D. It's his lateral quickness, anticipation, and positioning. He just has that sixth sense about where the ball is going next.
Free throw good, Wallace. Now that we have over half of this season completed, Greg, what are you most interested in seeing moving forward?
I'm looking at which teams are going to make that playoff push, right? And which teams are content with slipping into the lottery. A lot will be determined over the next few weeks.
He's off on the second. And Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons keyed by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player, and also they've become a great defensive team.
Jared McCain's checked in for the Thunder. Holmgren in the post. Stewart on him. Pass to Joe. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. It's rebounded by Herter. Pistons trail by 3. Over to the wing. The shot by Stewart with no one around. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
And really with a pass-first mentality, Cunningham, the type of player that you like to play with.
Now McCain. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to McCain. Now Wiggins. Joe finds Holmgren. Here's McCain. That 3 off the mark. And, well, Detroit shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Cunningham against McCain. And it's out of bounds, and last touch by Holmgren.
And that is one of the things Holmgren brings to the table. His rim protection is critical for this defense.
4 on the clock. From deep three-point land, and it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. McCain with the ball. Still scoreless. Now Hartenstein shoots the 3. McCain's shot is off.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Cunningham dishes it to Harris. He makes that one drop, only a second in 5 tries.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Here's McCain. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. 5 on the clock. Shoots it up. It's rebounded by Herter.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, that's the thing about Tobias Harris. You think of him as a high-volume three-point shooter, but historically, he actually takes a lot more twos.
Now, here's Wiggins. His last outing, he had 8 points. Hartenstein with a screen on Stewart. It's stolen by Duren. Harris passes to Herter. Here's Cunningham. The shot falls for only his second bucket, 2 for 9.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
Holmgren with a screen on Cunningham. Stewart with the steal. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 6.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
Here's Joe. Right now, he's averaging 11 points a game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Stewart. Over in the corner, Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Cunningham showing you some of that athleticism.
Here's McCain. Puts up a deep three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Pistons lead by 10. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Well, it's hard to get stops in this league with so much talent offensively. I love what they are doing right now.
Holland is out there with LeVert. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Kevin Huerter. And it's Jenkins in at the point. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Now here's Caruso. His last outing, 16 points for him. Williams kicks to Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Back to Williams. From the arc. It's rebounded by Huerter.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion. Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
So for the Pistons, their last game a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Well, when you shoot that poorly from deep, the odds of winning get really slim in a hurry.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Jenkins the pass to LeVert. Pass to Stewart. Takes a three. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Thunder trailing by 10. McCain finds Caruso. And here is Williams. Williams sets a screen for Wiggins. Back to Williams. And finished off by Williams.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Huerter, no good.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Williams dishes to Wiggins. Williams a screen on LeVert. Pass to McCain. Here's Caruso. From outside, off the mark. Huerter passes to LeVert. Rebound by Williams. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for the Thunder. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. To the paint. Here's Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. For the Pistons, Thompson, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. Robinson comes in for Kevin Huerter. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Then for the Thunder, Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. Dort comes in for Jared McCain. And Wallace subbed in for Alex Caruso. On defense, Oklahoma City. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Pistons now. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Outside Robinson. Pass to Thompson. The Pistons working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a step back. Cunningham. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. 10 points for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, and I like Cunningham from the mid-range area of the floor. It's the most difficult place for a defense to run extra traffic at you.
Now, here's Dort. He had 15 points last outing. Holmgren kicks to Dort. Here's Wallace. No good on the triple.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Back to Thompson. Pass to Holland. Over Holmgren. Connects in the foul line jumper. Holland's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Cunningham against Wallace. Holmgren wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Holmgren's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. We know about Holmgren's exceptional play defensively, but Tim, talk about his offensive game.
Well, he's incredibly versatile, Kevin. He can score down low. He can handle the basketball, shoots the three, and I'm not talking about standstill shots. He has the mobility to even come off screens.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. Chet Holmgren talked about how he succeeds in spite of his slender frame. He said, "You can't be afraid of contact. I'll continue to use my strengths out there, my length, being slippery, playing hard, and try to get better at my weaknesses, too, throughout my career. That will leave me in a good spot." Guys, back to you.
The sky's the limit for him. Okay, thank you, Allie. And the Pistons making a change here. Harris is checked in. Pass to Dort. Here's Wallace. Detroit with the rebound. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Dort.
It's all about effort with Dort. He's had nothing handed to him. When he wants something, this man takes it.
Wallace goes in. Pass to Holmgren. And here is Dort. He's got 5. Clock is at 3. Lets the 3 fly. Out to Wallace. Over Cunningham. Offensive rebound. Hartenstein finds Wiggins. Got a hand on it.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Robinson. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Robinson's got 5. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Detroit.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
Now, here's Stewart. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Cunningham on the wing. Wallace covering.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
It's stolen by Harris. The kick out to Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Here's Wiggins after the basket by Detroit. Back to Hartenstein. 5 to shoot. To the middle. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down.
Put it down hard! Watch out below. Woo!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Duren, he's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Wiggins. Thunder trailing by 9. And after years of disappointment, the Pistons, Tim, finally seem to have put it together.
And I think the key for them has been blending in the right amount of veteran leadership with their emerging young players. And I'll tell you what, this team still has a lot more upside.
Just 4 to shoot. For 3, Holmgren. They get it again. A nice shot by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his second bucket of the night.
It's a luxury to have a guy like Hartenstein on the offensive glass, always ready to collect and then finish off on those missed shots. He powers through. Size and skill. That is a tough tandem to contend with.
Here's Dort. Here's Joe. Stolen by Robinson. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Pass to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And that is playing big down in the paint. Duren focused and flushing it home.
Wallace with a screen on Robinson. Joe passes to Holmgren. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
And Cunningham with the slam.
Well, that's the thing about Cunningham. He can carry your offense. Tonight, he's doing it with his scoring.
Now here's Wallace. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. And the three ball is good. Holmgren's got 8 here in the quarter.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Thompson, a screen on Wallace. Cunningham for 3. Unable to get that one. Thunder trailing by 10. Joe with it. Robinson picks him up. Some solid defense from Robinson. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Duren slams it in.
Well, with that size and athletic ability, Duren is a terrific alley-oop threat.
Outside, Dort. Pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein with the screen on Harris. To the inside. It's stolen by Duren. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Rebound by Wallace. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
And the fact that they did all of that on the road was really impressive.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Cunningham kicks to Robinson. His three-pointer's off the mark. Thunder trailing by 12. Wallace the pass to Hartenstein. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Dort, and the lead is down inside single digits. Dort's got 8 points.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Out to Thompson. From downtown. On the way, Harris. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's Detroit up by 10. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our midseason Eastern Conference standings.
You look at the Pistons, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And weaving back to the first half of our game, Cade Cunningham showing out.
He's in the mood offensively, carving up the defense like Kenny carves up that tofurkey on Thanksgiving.
Tofurkey.
Yeah, that's like tofu and turkey mixed together. I can't lie. I get into that.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Thunder trailing by 10. Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. Isaiah Joe is out there with Wallace. And it's Dort in at the 3.
I mean, sneaky when he moves around the floor. Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. The three-pointer no good. Oklahoma City shooting just 34% from the floor. Dort against Thompson. Dort passes to Wallace. Now Joe. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Cunningham. Holmgren against Harris. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screens. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player, and having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line. You think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, 2 of the best to ever do it. And Holmgren possesses sky-high potential. His length and versatility making him such an intriguing prospect.
It's his first trip to the line.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
First free throw is good. And with the depth of this Oklahoma City Thunder team, Tim, who's an impact player on this roster that might fly a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's Aaron Wiggins. I look at a guy that in any other situation, you might be able to average 15 to 18 points a game, but in Oklahoma City, he has sacrificed shots and minutes to be part of a winning team, and he competes every night.
He does indeed. Thunder trailing by 6. Outside, Dort. Pass to Wallace. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Here's Joe. Rebound, Detroit. Duren's got 11 rebounds in the game. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And defensively, that's what you want to avoid. You don't want to foul Harris because he's a great free throw shooter.
Detroit shooting their first free throw of the night. All right, Legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit, there's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin, well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll. And if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a team like the Pistons. They play fast and they hit hard.
Yeah, and they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Thompson, a screen on Wallace. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Stolen by Dort. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Joe. Here's Holmgren. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Guys, this is what you call a generational talent. Holmgren is bound to fill up the highlight reel every night he plays.
Robinson for 3. Thunder with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Joe passes to Hartenstein. That shot missing. Great defense that time from Duren.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Long, 7'1" with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Hartenstein with the screen on Robinson. Wallace the pass to Joe. Oklahoma City moving it around for 3. Detroit with the rebound. Duren's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Back to Harris. Stolen by Dort. Down low. 7-foot shot. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that's a good look for him. He just couldn't connect.
With the step back. Harris's shot is off.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. Outside Robinson. Pass to Duren. Now Thompson. Now Harris. Covered by Joe. Robinson for 3. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Here's Duren. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Wallace against Cunningham. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Craig, the Thunder, NBA champions at last. And still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
And he knocks down the first one. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question it's become something that's a priority for teams now, and I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
That's terrific. And yes, it's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
And looking now at some numbers for Tobias Harris. This past month, he's really set himself apart. He's putting up 13 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, with some guys, we always talk about potential. What I like about him, he comes to work every night and actually produces.
Pass to Dort. Now here's Wallace. Dort with a screen for Wallace. Here's Hartenstein. Defended by Duren. Here's Joe. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Harris outside. Back to Cunningham. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
When Cunningham gets inside and plays with force, good things tend to happen.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
And Tim, for all their talent, the Thunder committed to playing the right way.
Well, they are unselfish, they trust one another, and when a team is this committed at the defensive end of the floor, there's really no need to try to do too much offensively or play hero ball.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
And what you respect about Cade Cunningham is that he puts his team on his back. He does everything he can to deliver whatever they need.
Wallace with a screen on Thompson. Dort finds Holmgren. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Wallace misses.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Cunningham passes to Duren. Pass to Harris. Harris draws the double. Thompson the bounce pass. Harris misses.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he plays with incredible determination. Want to is a skill, and he has it.
Wallace a screen. Out left to the wing. Holmgren the pass to Joe. And it's off from three-point range. Detroit leading by 10. Cunningham outside. Duren with a screen on Wallace. Cunningham for three. Sinks the three-pointer. Cunningham's got 17 now.
Love that shot by Cunningham. He's developing more confidence in his three-point stroke.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Jenkins, he's checked in for Detroit. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Wiggins is checked in. Wallace looking for an opening. Outside, Dort. Wallace outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 ball. It's Joe on the wing. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Joe's got 7 points.
His first 3 of the game. Maybe that gets him going from out there.
Harris inside, covered by Wiggins. Wiggins with some nice D.
Well, after a great start, he has really cooled off pretty quickly.
Pass to Wallace. Back to Dort. And here is Wallace. The tray. And the Thunder, another 3.
And now that's 1-3 in each half. He is trying to make the most of those 3-point opportunities.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot. Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, "Me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me. And those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face." Back to you, Kevin.
Yep, a wonderful organization. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Stewart's checked in for Harris. Jalen Williams is checked in for the Thunder. Here's Dort. And a missed layup. Pistons leading by 7. Pass to Duren. And Jenkins kicks to Thompson. Duren with a screen on Dort. Thompson passes to Duren. And Duren slams it in. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 17 rebounds.
And this is why you involve Duren in as many pick and rolls as you can. He's really good at positioning himself in that set.
Joe good.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Jenkins the pass to Thompson. Here's Jenkins. Jenkins with a screen for Stewart. To the inside and stolen by Wallace. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Buries it from 3-point range. And now it's just a 4-point Piston lead. Jenkins the pass to Duren. Now here's Thompson. Drives to the hoop. Shoots over Dort. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Wallace outside. It's stolen by Duren. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Wallace outside. Dort passes to Williams. And Williams throws it down.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And their all-around play has been the key to chipping away at this deficit.
Jenkins with it. Hasn't made one yet. Thompson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Pistons lead by 6. Wiggins, that's a screen for Wallace. Off target from outside. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Duren, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off, and it forced the miss.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Caruso finds McCain. Shoots over Herter, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got LeVert, Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. Then it's Cunningham, and it's Herter in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Williams. And Williams drops them both.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Pass to Holland. Back to Herter. Stewart with the screen on McCain. 4 on the shot clock. Good on the shot. And the Pistons lead by 6.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Now, here's Holmgren. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Holmgren with a screen on Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. Pass to McCain. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Pistons. To the paint. Here's Holland. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Herter against McCain. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham.
Still searching for his first bucket of the night. He is struggling, and so is his team.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor.
To halt the run, here's Caruso. Good on the triple. Caruso's got himself on the board with 3 there.
In this era of the NBA, you just can't let guys have good looks from the 3. Pretty much everyone in this league can make you pay.
Stewart against Williams. No one near Herter as he lets it fly. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And that's a foul called on Ron Holland. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Tobias Harris is checked in for the Pistons. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Caruso kicks to Holmgren. Here's Hartenstein. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Thunder trailing by 11. Inside. Caruso, the pass to Wiggins. It's stolen by Cunningham. Moving it up. And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, if Tobias Harris sees a lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it.
And so Caruso will bring up the ball for the Thunder. Pass to McCain. Here's Hartenstein. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now McCain. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Cunningham against Hartenstein. It's LeVert on the wing. Back to Cunningham. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Harris's shot is off.
After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second.
LeVert kicks to Cunningham. Off target with his 3.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Pass to McCain. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Caruso, the pass to Wiggins. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Pistons leading by 13. To the middle. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
And you know Harris is capable of these type of outbursts. He has been a 20-point scorer in this league.
Oklahoma City's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. For the Pistons, Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Asar Thompson comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Kevin Huerter. And then for Oklahoma City, Dort, he's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. Isaiah Joe comes in for Jared McCain. And it's Cason Wallace in for Alex Caruso. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, "We have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging." Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Thunder trailing by 15. Holmgren with a screen on Robinson to end the cold streak, and Holmgren finishes inside. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that 3-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. Cunningham for 3. And again, Cunningham missing.
He's been way off the mark in this second half, just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
Thompson, left side. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Sunday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Cunningham against Dort. On the wing, Wallace. Pulls it from the elbow. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Robinson a screen on Wallace. Cunningham kicks to Thompson. There's the lob to Duren. Wallace against Harris. Wallace inside. Chalk up two there.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Outside Robinson. Pistons passing it around. Wallace against Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Over Wallace. Cunningham's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 11. Down low. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
After a rough first half, it's good to see him start to put the pieces together here.
Stolen by Dort. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Wallace right side. Right side, Dort. A three-pointer off the mark.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Harris passes to Cunningham. Into the lane. Puts it up from 17. Hartenstein with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 9. Here's Holmgren. Here's the shot. Buries it. Nice cut off the ball.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now Harris. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Well, you can't sleep on Holmgren's defense. His wingspan helps him come away with blocks like that.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Just 5 on the clock. Cunningham. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Takes it from 10. Rebounded by Thompson. Pistons leading by 7. Now Cunningham. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. The Thunder shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Duren with the screen on Wallace. Now Duren. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Joe with it. Robinson on him. Yep, that's going to go in.
What a shot by Dort, keeping his cool and finding his team a bucket.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Three-point lead. Now Duren. Insane move and bucket.
Yeah, he really stepped up in the clutch. It is great to see Duren asserting himself.
Holmgren against Harris. Here's Dort. Holmgren sets the screen for Wallace. The three is off.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
Joe with it. Robinson on him. Here's Holmgren. Shoots the three. Knocks down the three.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Duren with the screen on Holmgren. Now Duren. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Holmgren looking around. To tie it up. Does not go. And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You got to love
being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And that about wraps it up. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.